Oh, I just realized. Maybe I should make. Hello, guys. Okay, so YouTube live is a little bit wonky, but I think I managed to do something about it. Let me transition myself. Okay, all right. Thank you for watching. Wake up, Zazaba, Zaza Baba. There's this song, it's like za 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 zombie. Yes, I'm awake. I'm awake. All right, so now I'm going to continue designing. I guess the what is this? Learn Flutter app. So if you guys have any questions, put it on the live chat so we can see so far. And yes, you can see over here, I have a design that I'm trying to build a Learn Flutter app. And it's, I guess, pretty simple. And I guess I have some changes to make. So instead of like having this, like I have an idea. So instead of like having this bottom part learn, right? Maybe I was thinking to have a simple app, like a very simple app. So it will be like a Flutter challenge app, you know, because I got this idea from Brilliant app. So Brilliant app, right? They have like daily challenges that you can do. So far, I really like their app. It really teaches you a lot of things, I would say. So Brilliant app, yeah, it's I'm not sponsored by them, but they have very pretty cool stuff over there. Currently it's not. What is their app look like? Okay, let me see their app. The app in their app store. So how you guys, man? Your design class like pro is OP. Can you make more similar video like this? Oh, this is not a design class, but more towards like a you watch me design lah. So yes, but yeah, I'll do more this kind of like design, I guess. So Brilliant itself, they have like stuff to teach you, and one of them is like coding. So you can see if over here like there's a little bit of like coding, which is like drag and drop stuff, which is pretty cool, I would say. So I want to do something like a Learn Flutter app, which is, yeah, as web developer, I'm used to Flexbox and CSS Grid. I have difficult time building widget Flutter, so any guide for me. So Cupcake Cup, any, I would say you have to unlearn and relearn, you know, because I'm not from a CSS Grid Flexbox background or even a web developer background. But I would say that you just have to keep on building in order for you to, you know, get used to building widgets. Because widgets, right? I think it's pretty. Yeah, I don't know, but one thing about, okay, let me share with you, right? So if you know like Flexbox, right? Flutter has this thing called Flex. So it's, but the thing about Flexbox is that it's like, yeah, there is this widget called Flex. You can, it's similar to Flexbox, but I'm not like a professional or a experienced developer to say lah. So that's why I don't know whether Flex and Flexbox is the same. Yeah. By the way, yeah, so I would say that um you just have to keep on building Flutter to get used to how Flutter works. And the thing is, something to I want to share is I'm building a website, and the thing is that I'm learning the HTML and CSS and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to like create a very simple app. I would say like a 100-day challenge kind of app. So because I think this app is pretty like a lot to build, so I'm thinking to have a Brilliant app. It's really hard to imagine how. So let me find a, oh, I know how to show you guys. Wait, let me show you guys. So if you go to brilliant.org, right, then they have this like 100-day challenge thing and like solve 100 problems. So I was thinking, why not I create an app, a Learn Flutter app, where I give you 100 days of like, or 100 challenges to solve in Flutter. So that will be like, something educational for you guys. Okay, so I want to show how I envision it, right? So if I were to view mobile side, so right, this is how it kind of should look like if in mobile, right? So you have something like this where you see all of the different challenges. So you're like, oh, this is something. Then next challenge and here and there lah. So it's like you can do more stuff. Oh, it's pretty cool. Maybe I will. Sorry. Brilliant. I might follow what you have here, but oh, this is pretty cool, man. Set reminders, math logic. Oh, that's interesting. What do you prefer for backend cloud functions? If you are talking about which service providers, Varun, which service providers for backend cloud functions? Currently, I'm very familiar with Fire-based cloud functions. But if you were to talk about like AWS Lambda or like Microsoft, I'm not too sure. I haven't really used any of their services yet. But for now, because Flutter and Firebase work well together, that's why I feel that Firebase is the one. If that answers your question, Varun. But yeah, and so I was thinking to create something like this, but something similar. Oh no. So yep, and 100-day challenge on top, blah blah blah. Wow, it's pretty cool. So I believe Brilliant use React Native to build their app because it looks very similar. If I were to, I don't know if you guys can see. So yeah, it's very similar from the app itself. I have the app, if you guys can see, all right. It's very very similar. Oh, they have something else over here, 100-day challenge. Okay, the difference is they have that at the bottom, but I mean either way it looks okay. Something during designing app with Flutter, I got stuck in customizing the widgets. Can you make a video on how to get deeper in customizing Flutter widgets? So it really depends, Ranjit, on what kind of customization you want to do with your Flutter widgets, because I don't exactly know what widget you're trying to customize. But Flutter, I would say, right, it isn't like you can technically paint or like build something from scratch using the what do you call that paint widget, or let me see, what is it called, paint Flutter widgets. Because from painting and effects, yeah, custom paints, if I'm not wrong, right? So it really depends on what you want to customize. So if you want to like build stuff from scratch, right, then custom paint is like something that you can build stuff from. So like if you want to build a star, right, then I will use custom paint. It's not exactly a widget. It's not exactly a widget, right? No, it's the custom paint is not. Yeah, I mean no, it is a widget. Yeah, correct. It's Flutter widget of the week. But yeah, so if you want to customize in terms of like building your own, like for example shapes, then custom paint. But if you want to build like your own lister view or your own like stuff that how it reacts, then it's a little bit difficult, because I have worked with designers before, and they expect certain things to happen a certain way. For example, like like drop down, right? So if I were to Google drop down Flutter, right? So for example, like a drop down design, yes, so something like this. So imagine like your designer say, okay, I want a line in between. I can technically do that, but for example, like if I want this drop down to be rendered at the side, then it will take a lot of like code to do that. It's not impossible, but it's just that yeah, it's a lot of work to be done if you want to have like customized rendering or behavior. But shapes, it's pretty like it's just a lot of math, but for like behavior wise, it's a lot, like it goes even lower than that, because you're expecting it's a lot of things, so I wouldn't recommend. Hello, how are you doing? Need your email. you can go to my YouTube about page and you can get my email there. Flutter widgets are built. I mean, how to learn how the Flutter widgets are built. Oh, I have no idea how to learn how Flutter widgets are built. So I'm not there yet. Like I don't know how exactly or the code that how Flutter is being rendered. So that's why I don't know the answer for that. Yes, but definitely you can, go to GitHub and ask the people around. But anyway, so I wanted to make what is this? Let me inspect this so it will look nicer. Okay. So I wanted to make this kind of design instead. Oops, no, I don't want this. Let me go back. So simple, like a challenge that you guys can make. So like 100-day challenge kind of thing. So let's go back here. And this is like maybe my future, but I want a very simple app that challenges you guys. So I need the app for yeah, just keep on trying, guys, just keep on trying. Okay, so let me get back to this. Let me put a frame here. So this will be like, oops, nope, no, I don't want this. This will be called home. Okay, this will be like home, or like, I guess, inspiration. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build using Figma. So I've used Figma to build websites or stuff. So okay, so this will be, I think this will be just home lah. I'll just put this as home, and then I'll put this as challenges. Right, okay, cool. I'm gonna copy this and paste this over here. So this will be over here instead. Cool. Alright. Just kidding, I need a little app for URL launcher. Hey, check it out. Programming how you can build that. Check out the app called Programming Hub. You can build that. Step 1 should follow design UI from 0. Okay, so first I need little app for URL launcher. I don't understand what you're trying to say, Joshua. Programming Hub. Programming Hub. Let me see. Learn programming, coding online. Pizza recognized by Google, Facebook, and Product Hunt. So what do they do? Right. Looks nice. 2017. Right. 2020. Founders of Programming on the impact of COVID. Right. Best set 2017 Google Launchpad Accelerator. Cool, man. Looks pretty simple and nice. They are still on beta. What courses do they have? Wow, that's a lot of courses. Free courses. Wow. Oh my god. Do they have Flutter? They do. Let's see what they have. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. It rendered at the bottom for some reason. So what will I learn? Got them. Alright. Who's my target? Average salary show certificate. Are they using? Oh no, they are using React. I was thinking like they will use something similar. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So like introduction. Oh, I can't see what they have. Right. Oh, interesting. They have a lot of content inside. Build with Flutter, introductions. Cool. Cool. That's a lot. Yeah. So for me, I guess trying to build something similar, 4 hours and 15. But I would say, oh my, I want to go home. I don't want to sign up. What the fuck? My god. Right. So for me, I just want to focus on Flutter more. Yeah. But they have a lot. So, I mean, they started in 2017. So they probably, have a lot on their plate. So yeah, I believe they started 2017 or earlier, on this. Let's see what's it about on blog. About us. We believe that coding can be the right way. Yeah, I believe that too. Right? Oh wow, they started in 2014. They reached, oh wow, in 1 year 1 million downloads. Select for Google Launchpad, funded by Google. App version 2.0. Wow, so they took quite a while. So these guys, Nigel, together they bring over 15 years. Analytics, UX, UI. So they are, I assume they are from India, right? Cool. Take a look at our research. Oh, this is not research. This is just, yeah, I don't know, just text. Yeah, I would love to read about the research paper or research they've done. But yeah, so something similar. Alright. Oh my God, is there scope for Flutter jobs in Singapore? Okay, let me read. Hey, thanks Cupcake Cup for this programming hub thingy. Really like it. Steps one should follow to design UI from zero. Ankur, I'm assuming that for you to build an app, you should design first, which I agree. Varun, is there scope for Flutter jobs in Singapore? Yes, you can try to apply. Yeah. So what you making today, Haris? I'm making a UI for the Learn Flutter app. Why you make UI then convert the code or this design export that code automatically? All right. So my plan is no, I'm not going to export it to that code automatically because most of the time the plugins are static. They generate the static dot code, which means that if I were to generate this into dot code, right, then if I were to have a bigger screen, it will remain this size. So that's why I don't want to do that. So for now, I'm just going to create a Learn Flutter app. So I'm just gonna copy and paste inside my stuff. Okay, so brilliant. I'm gonna kind of copy you. Light burns. 100-day challenge. Solve 100 problems 100 days. Right. So I need to have 100 problems. 714 daily. It's all about the content, guys. Right. So I'm just gonna copy. So maybe is this like a concept? Concept. Can, yeah. So first thing is maybe I do alignments. Simple things, you know, alignments. How do I make it as such? Science alignment. Then I'll have this. Ah. Yeah, this thing is here. It's at the bottom. Right, so I'll group them. Okay, so sorry if I'm quiet, but so what I'm trying to do is just to design a very simple like you know challenge challenge app, you know and well, something like this, pretty simple. Yep, just build one page instead, alignment, and then can I ungroup this? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Hari said that, oh my god, no. Can I run Flutter in web view for internet users? Yeah. You can run Flutter in you can run Flutter web, definitely. Okay. So Varun, PS Love is the only company in Singapore that I see uses Flutter, would help with visa. So I don't know. You can just search other work opportunities, Varun, to work remotely, or what do you call that? I mean, if you really wanna go work at Singapore, and you really want to like have a high chance working in Singapore, then I wouldn't recommend you to have Flutter in your mind. So it depends on what you want. If you really want Flutter, then um, you can't have both, I guess. I'm not too sure. But if you want to work in Singapore, then you probably have to learn a stack that is popular in Singapore, like React or um, DevOps or whatnot. But if you want to work in Flutter, then you have to either source yourself and find a job. It's pretty hard, I would say, to find Flutter jobs globally, even Singapore. So yeah. Oh, as a student in Singapore, right? But I mean, you can ask PSLer for internship to see whether they are hiring or not. I'm not sure at this time of age. Let me see, Singapore Flutter jobs. Yep, PSLove. What else? There's this tour. You can join the Singapore Flutter. What do you call that? Singapore Flutter Telegram group. Then you can ask whether anyone is hiring there. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to think about how am I going to put all of this inside an app. More powerful circuit design. Maybe I can put it like cubes. Alignment. Then I put some. Yeah. Then I put some distinction over here. So I would say maybe like alignments. Alignments are used in and outside a child. Alignments can be found as a widget itself or a property in a container. However, do you know how to control them? Something like that. Introduction and ask, So alignments. Yeah. How big is this? It's pretty big. So if you don't know what alignment is, so alignments are like let me get this whizbug off. Alignments are account setting view full site. They are like coordinates, but it's pretty weird in the sense that coordinates in programming and like math is kind of different, For Flutter, the alignment starts at the top left. So 0, 0 starts at the top left. If I'm not, it's called the Euclidean graph thingy. So like so alignment. I need alignment. It's called align widgets. Align widgets Flutter. So align widget is pretty good. Yes, yeah. So you can see that you can have an alignment inside a container, or you can have an align at the middle. So origin is 0.2. Yeah, so 0.2, 0.6, center container, blah, blah, blah. Fraction of Flutter logo, 0.2, 0.6. Yep, this is 0.2, 0.6. Wait, I don't understand. The alignment property describes blah, blah, blah. Yep. The alignment used in the following example is the width of... Right. So alignment can be a little bit complicated, but in the end, offset origin. Offset origin, fractional offset. See lah, so many things to think about. Fractional offset. So two different representatives of same information. The location within a rectangle relative to the size and whatnot. Yeah, so there's a lot of things. So in the end, like the alignment or align here, right? Fractional offset alignment. Oh my god, two things to represent the same thing. Ah, my god, why? Sweet. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so there is two different types. The first is alignment 0.0. If you guys can't see, let me zoom in for you guys. So alignment 0.0 represents the center of the rectangle, while fractional offset is the offset of a size. Yeah, so it's a little bit different, but yeah, you can technically use fractional offset. Wait, let me go over here. You can use, they don't use fractional offset. Let me go down. Yes, you can use fractional offset for your alignment. Yeah, because you have your own like size of this what do you call that, container. So for fractional offset, due to the size, then you can use its own origin offset thingy. Wow, so confusing, man. Oh my god. Yeah, so there's a lot of things. We need advanced Flutter videos. Yes, I'm gonna create them. Don't worry so much. Anyway, so let's go here. Let's go back over here. I have a challenge on top. Maybe I should make this challenge a little bit bigger. And make this semi-bold and make this 48. Oof. Bruh. Right. Challenge. The thing is, this looks very iOS thingy. It looks very iOS. Because iOS don't have like a top bar thingy. Yeah. Challenge. My god. Alright. So alignment. What I can do is I can create like very simple shapes. And maybe I'll put some like green color or something. Yep. Alignment. Then I'll put like a circle. Something. Yep. Alignment can be found in the widget itself, or alignment can be found in a widget or a property. Alignments can be found. Alignment can be found as a widget itself or a property in a container. How do you know how to control them? Okay, I guess so. Okay, let's see what Brilliant does with this. So it's like daily challenges thingy. So I guess I can kind of create like daily challenges as well. View mobile sites. Alright. Okay, so let's see how they do it. Right. So they have like dates on top. Okay. Let me. Did they put today's one today? They don't. Kind of makes sense. So a date on top of like the second one, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So let me put in another word. I need to put another word. What's this? Okay, paste. So I guess yesterday was 15 August, so I'll put 14 of August 2020. Right. There's so many things to like, test on this thing. 14 August 2020. Why is the spacing so... Wait, what did I do? Alright, so let me see what you guys... We need advanced videos. Right. Okay, so for those who just join in, I'm designing the UI for this Learn Flutter app. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to like build like a very simple MVP kind of app, to test you guys on Flutter. Yeah, because I think a lot of people are like a little bit confused on a lot of stuff in Flutter. So that's what I'm trying to do to educate you guys. Right. So, you guys can at least think about it. Gotta think about it. Right. So something like this. So I want to make like a 100-day challenge kind of like Flutter app, so that you guys can contribute, and then we can always add in more stuff. Yeah. It's probably going to be like an open source project so that people can contribute here and there. Yes, because I myself can't create. I'm not very smart. Okay, so next one I'll just put container. Should I put like a question instead? This is such a big thing. Container. Then I'll just make it like, how big is this? This is 263. How big is this? And not 263. Okay. So let's put in our description for this container. So what do they ask inside this? When two regular polygons interact, do they define new regions? What's the maximum number of regions for a given pair? Right. Okay. So let me put in alignment. So alignment. Oh, there is another text. Why is there a text? Let me delete this. Sorry. Okay. Alignments are great at positioning child widgets. Do you know how to position them outside the widget? Oh, that's a good question. Oh my god, that's an amazing. Thanks, Varun. I think so. I think it's an amazing idea. Right. So, yeah, I'll probably like come up with 100. Oh my god, 100 answers. Oh my god, 100 questions and answers. I'll probably like go to Reddit and then just like, I think there is. I remember there's an article where they have like different tiers of like questions about Flutter and Dart, and it was pretty interesting because at the last tier it was like pretty high level stuff. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. So, but yeah, so I think I'm going to I think this is like not say pretty simple, but it's a app that I'm motivated enough, to build for you guys. It's free, I think. Okay, so now next is container. What are we going to describe our container? Container contains container widgets are great. Container widgets default at default rectangle shape. How about a circle? Yeah. So let me put a rectangle. So I need this rectangle, right? So put this here. I don't know if my color scheme is great or not, but gotta work it out, bruh. Gotta work it out. Maybe I'll make this a little bit lighter. Oh my god, it's so painful to the eyes. I'm so bad at like color. Okay, this is better. How about rectangle to circle? I don't know. How are you guys, man? How are you guys during this period? Sorry if I'm like too distracted. How are you guys? Do you do cool stuff, bro? Staff? I don't have a staff. Staff is like a broom. Do you show how to generate code from Adobe XD? I do. My most popular video is how to generate code from Adobe XD. So you can Google it. Don't worry so much, But yeah, yeah. So let me put this in another color. Red, no, yellow. Oh, this yellow is pretty cool. Ding, ding. How are you guys in this period? Are you guys doing okay, man? Because yeah, there's a lot of things happening. You know, I think you guys are. I assume that most of you guys are from India, from the statistic. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on in India, which is pretty cool. Like Apple wants to create a factory there or such. So yeah, it's something that looking forward to. Yeah. Okay. Container widget of the week, latest news, blah blah blah. Yeah, why not? Ever work with Stripe? We to every ever work with Stripe or Square? If yes, which do you prefer? I've not worked with Stripe or Square before because their shapes. Kidding. Wait So I've never done any payments integration before, even though I've worked professionally for 1 year plus. But if I were to choose it, I would say Stripe because currently Firebase has this Stripe thing, right? So Firebase, Stripe, right? And process payments with Firebase. Yeah. So now Stripe has or Firebase has integrated with Stripe. So if you were to create like a payment with Firebase, right, then Stripe will be, I would say, the better way. Um, can you make video on how to refactor spaghetti code? I would love to, but I need spaghetti code. So it depends if I want to do that. I did a video about it. Yeah. So basically, I just give a summary lah. Just delete all your useless code and make your code readable. Right. So Kazmir Rabier, I'm from Singapore too. Hey, I'm from Singapore. Minecraft mods, India is a beautiful place. Yeah, I think it is. I think everywhere in Earth on Earth is a beautiful place. You know, doesn't matter where you are. You know, every place has its own what do you call that? Its own beauty. You know, so. But currently I can't travel anywhere, so sadly I'm stuck in. I mean, I'm okay stuck in at home because I don't like I don't look forward or I don't plan to go overseas. You know, like I'll probably go overseas if it deals with work or any opportunities to grow my business. But in the end, like yeah, I don't see. Think my code is worse than spaghetti. Nah, yeah. So I think right, if you really want people to, help you refactor, um fine. For me, I wouldn't have time to refactor people's code because I'm working on stuff. But if you really want, you can find a mentor on LinkedIn or whatever, build relationship, and then like, hey, I have code, can you like help me see if my code is good or not lah. So that's why I think but I would say refactoring isn't like the most important. I would say understandable code is very important because things people read code, and if they don't understand your code, yes. So hopefully with this like open source project, you guys will learn how to build like a product, or you will learn how shitty my code is. But yeah, not looking forward to that. Okay, so let me see. Sorry, I want to have inspiration from brilliance today. 100-day challenge. If I were to scroll, so they take like, oh, they actually have a top bar today. Interesting. If I were to like, they have 2.5, which is somewhat what I have right now. Okay, sorry. Actually, right, it's a bit stupid, but I'm actually building for iOS, but I'm actually planning to like release this app on Android, because Android, I would say it's better. But I'm so done. Like iOS is a little bit tough in terms of like accepting what do you call that? Accepting apps. Yeah, from my experience, because they're like yeah, which is good. I think it's good, but for Android it's like they don't really say a lot of things. Yeah. So um yeah, that's the and iOS is that you, if you want to be like a developer in their platform, you have to pay yearly, while iOS you sorry, so for iOS you have to pay yearly, while Android you have to pay once and then you can do that. Yeah, where my Singaporean at, right? Okay, so I'm like kind of done. Should I put 100 day bar? Let me see. They have like a bar. Wait, let me see. So app. The. Okay. So, um, I was thinking to like have what's this here? I was thinking to have like a progress bar on how many challenge you have. Like Brilliant don't really have. They have like progress. So something like a mini calendar. My god, I've made my own calendar and it's a lot of work. So something like this. But I want something like similar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. Let me see how Brilliant do it on the app. Set reminders. Brilliant is good, but for coders, I feel something like a combination of Udemy and GitHub, like displaying and storing code, will be really good. I feel like combination of Udemy and GitHub. You can integrate Google Calendars. Oh yeah, like finally Google implemented their own like calendar, which is great. But oh my god, it took them so many years to create a material design kind of thing. But for me, I'm not creating like a calendar. It's like a table of numbers that you can click on, right? So it's not like a big problem, I would say. Yeah, but like this simple thing, it's pretty like it's a lot of work. But we'll see. For me, I will reiterate on how I'm going to build this Learn Flutter app, because you guys might want to, type code and such. And you guys also might, like you rather drag stuff down. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, honestly. Do you use design pattern in your code like MVC? There's so many out there. Confused which one use or not use any at all. Honestly, I have no idea. Like there's MVC, there's MVU, there's MVVM, there's like uh qubit, block, whatever, right? So it really depends on what works for you. Like for example, it's like a decision making for your yeah, it's just a decision. In the end, like you probably will have to refactor, because when I was working in a Flutter, when I was building a Flutter app, when I was working as a Flutter developer, right? We started we started with, wait, what is it called? There was this state management that the Flutter team did, but nobody liked it. I forgot. I forgot what is it. But yeah, nobody liked it. So let me see if I can find Flutter state management. That's a lot. Yeah, the options. Let's go to options. Everyone's like favorite. Inherited model, if I'm not wrong. Oh my god, it's like 2 years ago. So we started as inherited model. Then the next one is that we then didn't use inherited model. We used block, but it wasn't the block. It was this block. It was a DIY block. You have to create your own block. Like a lot of people, I think nowadays when they refer block, they refer to this library block, which is good. But back then there wasn't a library like block itself, it's like this itself, which is a lot of work. So I really had to understand what is RX dart, what is streams, what is a lot of things, which is insane. Then once providers came about, then I heard of like change notifier with providers, and then I use that because it's way simpler. And then I refactor it, and it's like there's less boilerplate than block, like this DIY block. And yeah, so it was so much better in terms of like readability. In terms of maintainability, I would say okay lah. Yeah, but readability is way better. Implementation is way easier, and providers for me, it's a very good first step. You know, so there's so many, and honestly, why the Flutter team don't want to impose the go-to thing is because there's no right or wrong answer. Honestly, so it's really up to you what you want to do. Man, people who work with Flutter like 2-3 ago really had to tackle a lot. Yeah, man, you guys have it easier. Because currently what you guys have, right, is all of these libraries. Simple libraries. There isn't like a list of state management approaches back then. So we just had to like Google and stuff, which is okay. So there is like more stuff than the previous time. And there wasn't this thing called provider. There was this thing called inherited widget, which is provider essentially, but it's uglier. It's there's a lot of boilerplate to create your own providers. Now it's so easy. You just put in a provider widget, and then you can just call the provider itself. Previously you just have to create your own inherited widget, which is insane. It's too much work for simple stuff. This is how much you need to do. You have to create your own inherited widget, and then you probably don't understand what this is, but what this means, right, is basically if I were to the provider.auth, and then you have your data object type, right? This is what exactly it's doing. It's basically when you do this auth context, you can actually have this type called inside your provider function. So inherited widget works the same. And then inside here also, it's like a little bit of like, oh, if there is a difference in data, should I notify it? So you see the change notifier come about from provider. Exactly. So you come about with this. So it's I didn't understand what inherited widget for a very long time until I actually implemented it. I was like, oh my god, this is great. I can just put in data and then it will update myself, But there's a lot of work to be done to create a provider. So Remy really created a very good what do you call that stuff. Yes. Okay. So right, now we have this like I would say landing page or like home page, right? Now I'm just gonna create the challenge page. So right, you got challenges, right? Now what I'm going to do is going to rename this as challenges, what I call that, challenges challenge, or question, I would say lah, question. Okay, I want to see how I should make this into, right, so let me just delete everything here. So honestly, like most of my designs are a lot of like copy and pasting, or like just like copying people, because no ideas are original, honestly. It's just a build up of like different stuff. Yeah, so I was thinking, right, to make this whole thing right okay, so I'll just make this whole thing something like this lah, alignment like that, right? Then you have this alignment thing. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I don't know if it's gonna be hard or not lah. So like for example, if I were to go today, and if I were to go here, it explains to you exactly what you want, and it gives you a very simple question. So I did find like a Flutter app before. So like Flutter Flutter apps. Flutter app showcase. Like if I were to go to the Android store, Android Play Store, I mean, like for example, it's not crowdsourced, but Flutter. So there's a lot of like so many Flutter apps, you know. So there is one that I remember that something like this, Learn Flutter tutorial. Yeah. There's one that that teaches you Flutter. Sync Fusion Flutter tutorial. There's a lot. Yikes. Is it this one? Is it? No, it's not this one. Yikes, that's a lot. Is this the one that's paid? I think so. So this is like a Flutter catalog kind of thing. Stock mode. It's a lot. Quick review, different, faster than going through the office. Keep up the good work. Excellent for beginners. Great. Yeah, something like this. Flutter widget guide. There's a lot. You know, there's so many. Never have any overflow, man. Wrap widget, that kind of thing. Yeah. I think that's the one. No, I think I really found something. Yeah. You know, this kind of thing. Educational stuff. Something like this. So it's Flutter UI challenges. Interesting. 4.2 megabytes. How do you guys think about, like, how big should a Flutter app be, like, you know? Should it be like 13 megabytes? Wow, 30 megabytes a lot leh. It's a lot, guys. Sync Fusion Flutter tutorials. Wow, Flutter really has a lot. Flutter Easy whatsoever. It's a lot of educational apps, which is great. Radio. What's this? Yeah. For me, like, for, yeah, honestly, like for this Learn Flutter app, it's, oh, this is nice. Right. Okay, cool. All right. Oh wow. Okay, I've made 2 apps for clients. One thing I learned the hard way is taking other people's code, especially graphic. It's really important we understand what we take. Yep, I agree. That's why I always write good, readable code. Yeah, they have catalogs. Ain't exactly useful. So that's why I guess I wanted to create this. Oh, is that all for Flutter? Okay, the competition is not exactly great. I mean, yeah. Flutter guide. Click on the dot logo and try changing the position. Oh, okay, this looks interesting. Oh god, the fonts though. And then you have the code. Oh god. Yeah. Cool. I mean, honestly, it takes a lot of work for them to, create these apps. Honestly, it's not easy. This is nice. Behave. So yeah, it's really a lot of catalog. Only a few teaches you stuff. So I guess this Learn Flutter app is something. This is the one, the 2D ink. Oh, this is really amazing. How big is? Holy shit, it's 24 megabytes. Yeah, how big do you guys think you should, download an app? Because like, it's pretty nice. Honestly, it's amazing work. They use Rive. I can't wait for the new Rive app to come out, so I can like create animations and such. You know. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm surprised they have 4.4. This is such an amazing app. It's a lot improved game strategy. Game strategy. I mean, this is a demo app, honestly, but a very well made demo app. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Enough of like looking at other people's app. I don't have a lot of inspiration from that, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do daily challenge is to just alignment. Maybe I should put it here, like alignment, something like this, I guess. So then like this. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just winging everything. Winging it, guys. So I just put alignment over here, and then put this thing like this, and then put this here. Challenge. What did they say? Daily challenge. Go back. Do they say daily challenge? No, they don't. They don't say daily challenge. They have this whole thing at the top. Challenge. No. This alignment should be in the middle or something like that. So like alignment. Then maybe like yeah. Let's see how do they do. So it looks something like this, you know. So it's like you read stuff, and then you have like certain things to think about, you know. So it's a lot of reading, and you have some interaction which I really like. So for example, like circuits, right? If you have more light bulbs with the same power, you have the power goes in a circuit, right? It goes the voltage is lesser, fewer, lesser, fewer, lesser. Yeah. But if you're in what is this called? There's circuit and there's parallel. I forgot what is this called. But yeah. So in the end, if you were to have what is this? Parallel. I guess so. Then you have the same voltage. Yeah. So which arrangement of the identical light bulbs use the most power and puts out the most light? I would say put out the most light. Use the same. I don't know. I'm just winging it. Incorrect. It's A. Oh yes, correct. Oh my god. I thought which one has the brightest, but it's actually A. Yeah. 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 So this is an image and stuff. Alright, so I think what I can do is I can do a lot of text. Do you guys read on apps? I think reading on apps is great. Yeah. So maybe I have some text and a lot more text here. I don't really have a lot of like text. This is like an article kind of thing, right? So if I put it here like that and then you guys read it like this as such. Yeah. And now you just read and read, you know. And then you can kind of expand on this thing. So like at one point you will probably have to answer a question, you know. So an example is if I were to have oops, nope, paste. So for example, if ah like this, then I have a question. If I were to move the what do you call this middle circle widget to the top left, what alignment coordinates should what if I were to move, what are the alignment coordinates? Yes. And then I'll put some animation or something like that. I have no idea. Then what I can do is press copy and paste this thing here. Then I'll just put like answers, like buttons here. Then okay, let's see if I can make this a little bit rounded. You know, everybody likes it rounded. And then I'll make this a little bit longer. Yep. And then after that I will put in answers as well. So is this inter? Is it seam? Seam? Is it a seam? Oh, it's different. So maybe I should put monster art as answers. You know. Yep. I'll make this black. Yeah, you guys have any questions for me to answer? I'm all a-okay. Right. So let me see if I can make this black. Okay, then I'll make this in front. Oh, right. Okay, it's not exactly this big, but maybe I'll put this as 18 and not extra bold, but medium. I just like to, I like things that are not big. Alright, so for example, alignment. So if it's alignment 1 and 1, then you can just copy and paste this. You know, so I should have done that earlier. So alignment 1 and 1, alignment. Oops. Something like this. Okay. Is it too near? Let's see how near it is. Oh, it's actually near. Right. So 1 and 1, and then you got 0 and 1, and 1 and 0 kind of thing. Okay. So it's something like this. It will look something like this. You know, so when you press this alignment, that will go here. So this thing will have some hero effects on the widget to make this like the top widget, and then you still have the text and the image over here, and then you have like some text for you to read, and then at the same time, like, okay, maybe I'll just put this here as well. I don't know. Does it look nice? Yeah. What do you guys think about it? Not very good at colors or something like that, but yeah. So this is roughly what it will look like, kind of. You know, don't put a lot of question mark, but this is something that I guess like hopefully will like add value or make you learn something, you know, because yeah, there isn't exactly a lot of, I guess, apps that helps you learn, I assume. Yep. So I guess next week I will do this same live stream, but I will probably want to finish the rest in terms of the UI stuff. So like I'm left with like maybe now I want to do like explanation, but more towards like this kind of like, okay, if it's incorrect, what it will say, if it's correct, what it will say, and then you have some explanation that I have on my own, and then maybe you guys can like add your explanation and stuff, right? So yeah, hopefully I will like create a GitHub so you guys can like add more of your like questions and such. Okay, so I'm going to answer a little bit more questions before I'm going to end this stream. Can you explain, is Flutter good for website? Is it good for production? No, it's not. Let me see if I have my own, like, I created like a portfolio kind of website using Flutter Web. So you could see that, yeah, this is built in Flutter Web. I have a course on Udemy that teaches you how to create this kind of website, but you could see that it's actually kind of laggy. Like if I were to scroll, yeah, it's not exactly, it looks nice because I designed it, but it's like Yeah. So like for example, an example is that one thing, right? If you want to like scroll all the way down, okay, this is considered an animation, honestly. But if you were to go of a website that has like this kind of functionality where they click on something and then you see like skills and a hash, you know. So this is like if you guys can't see, this is like a very simple way for you to scroll down to the web page. But this is not exactly good because you don't want to like have this like fast scrolling, like, yeah, you know, it's ain't exactly great. They want instant. It's much better, that kind of way. And then I have like images and such. This is like mobile responsive. So if you were to put it like this, then it will look something like this. So you have this nav bar to showcase everything. Yeah, and then this one is like a little bit animated and stuff. So I would say like Flutter Web is good for like very simple websites, you know, that kind of thing. But in the end, you for me, because I'm building a website, a learning platform to teach you guys Flutter, right? I wouldn't use Flutter Web at all, you know, because it's not exactly like good for user experience. Yeah, so I care about you guys, that's why. But yeah, so that's about it. And yeah, if you like this live stream, give a thumbs up. Yeah, it's just me designing stuff and answering your questions. So I'm gonna do this like every week. So every live stream I'm gonna do this. So there isn't a lot of like Flutter code. And hopefully you guys have questions for me to answer. Because yeah, I want to, you know, help you understand more about Flutter. And I guess that's about it. I mean, yeah, we learn what is fractional offset and what is alignment, which is a little bit weird. So yeah, this is like, yeah, the design UI too. So that's about it. See you guys next week at hopefully 5 p.m. same time. See you guys. Bye bye.